Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to discuss the 3 things that gaming recruiters hate and what you can do to avoid making that mistake in your gaming job journey. My name is Adam, I've worked in gaming and esports for nearly a decade, and I run gamingcareers.gg, a coaching practice to help people get better results in their gaming job search. In that time, I have hired many to work in the gaming industry, as well as worked with several recruiters who have shared their biggest pet peeves with me. People who are hiring in gaming are incredibly smart and skilled people who have tons of experience and usually know exactly what they're looking for and need in a candidate. But the reality is, in today's digital world, with the process for someone on the hiring side, it can really be super overwhelming. In all honesty, hiring for a role can be incredibly challenging. So it's best that you stay on the good side of these recruiters by avoiding these 3 very costly mistakes. Mistake number 1, we don't know who you are. Now, this might seem obvious, but you would be surprised at how many people get this wrong. If who you are and what you do isn't clear, it makes it so much harder for recruiters to decide whether they want to dig deeper on you. And it's especially important that your identity matches the job you're applying for. I've seen people apply for gaming jobs, but at the top of their profiles or resumes, they're conveying a professional identity that is way off from the role they're applying for. In some cases, it can be as egregious as having a headline that screams that you work in retail when you are applying for a social media role. But sometimes it's a little less obvious, like applying for a job in gaming influencers and not mentioning at the top of your profile that you've worked with influencers or talent before. Sure, it might be buried somewhere deep in the experience section of your resume, but it's not in the place where the recruiter is looking first, and this can often lead to an instant rejection. If you want to learn more about how to craft an eye-catching headline for your resume and profile, download my free book in the link below. Mistake number 2, your value isn't clear. If you're lucky enough to get a busy gaming recruiter bought into reading more about you, then you're going to want to keep them hooked in by making it easier for them to understand your value. The biggest mistake I see in this, mistake, so it's like a mistake inside a mistake, is when applicants use their profiles and resume as a place to just regurgitate their job descriptions. Sure, you want to save some space to talk about what you can do, but do this by focusing on your value and not your day-to-day. Think about it. If you were selling a car, would you simply tell a customer that if you press on the gas pedal that it goes and when you press on the brake it stops? Of course not. You would be telling them all about the bells and whistles, all the cool high-tech features and the gas mileage, and how much better it is than the competition. It's the same when you approach your job application, and especially in an industry like gaming that is so competitive. If recruiters can't tell as you apply for a job in character design what makes your approach to 3D art better than the rest, or that it solves a common problem, then you're probably going to get rejected. And not just at the resume level, but perhaps even in your first interview. Now, are you looking for ways to make your value in the gaming world stand out as you look for jobs? Type the word value in the comments, and I'll get back to you. Mistake number 3, your impact isn't clear. This is a huge blind spot with a lot of people I work with. They're not effective at communicating their impact, their wins, or their successes in their profiles or in interviews. And some people just don't do it at all. And it's okay. I think we're really not taught to do this, and for many people, it can be really uncomfortable to speak highly of yourself. But I can tell you, a clear picture of how you've made a positive impact where you've worked before is going to make recruiters key into your profile. And if you're being considered for the role and being moved to the interview stage, you're going to want to have this buttoned up. It doesn't have to be fancy or over the top. In fact, it can be brief. But it should show some kind of positive outcome, or even better, a metric or number. Because at the end of the day, when you get hired, you are solving a problem. So it helps for hiring managers and recruiters to see how you have solved problems in the past and what the outcome was. And if you don't have this in your profile, recruiters who get this far may take you out of the running and bump someone up who did have this part of their story together. So that's it, everyone. If you want to learn more about how to avoid these mistakes and move to the top of the list when it comes to applying for gaming jobs, go to gamingcareers.gg or book a free consultation with me in the link below. Thank you for watching. Please support the channel by hitting like, subscribe, and comment below on what you want to see from me next. Bye.